Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. In this video we are asked to solve for x from this equation. So stay tuned and let's learn together. Now from the question we are given s to the power 4 minus x minus 1 all exponent 4 is equal to 0. Now we are going to rewrite s to the power 4 as s squared all exponent 2 minus, then we are also going to rewrite this term as x minus 1 all squared and all exponent 2 is equal to 0. So from here, this is of the form a squared minus b squared. And in this case, it's difference of 2 squared. So we can express this as a minus b multiplying a plus b. And so when we look at this one, we can see that s squared turns out to be a, and then what is inside the bracket turns out to be b. And so from here, we are going to have a minus b, and so a is s squared, so s squared minus, and then b is x minus 1 squared, and so x minus 1 squared multiplying, then we have a plus b, and a is s squared plus x minus 1 squared. This will be equal to 0. Now from here we are going to expand the bracket within the bracket, and so we are going to have s squared minus, now when we expand this, we are going to have s squared minus 2x plus 1 multiplying s squared plus s squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we are going to have s squared, now when we expand the bracket, we are going to have minus s squared plus 2x minus 1 multiplying, then we have s squared plus s squared giving us 2s squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. From here, s squared will cancel minus s squared, and so we are going to be left with 2x minus 1 multiplying 2x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now from here, we have two factors, and so we can equate this to 0 and this also to 0. So let's go ahead and do that. And so we are going to have 2x minus 1 to be equal to 0, or we are also going to have 2s squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now from here, we are going to have 2x to be equal to 1 and x will be equal to 1 over 2. Now with this one, we are having a nice quadratic equation over here, and so we are going to solve this using the quadratic formula. Now before that, we are going to compare the quadratic equation with the general quadratic equation, which is given by as squared plus bx plus c. And so by comparison, a is equal to 2, b is equal to negative 2, and then c is equal to 1. Now the quadratic formula is given by x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And so from here, let us compute the formula. Now x is equal to, we have negative b, and then b is negative 2. So we are going to have negative of negative 2 plus or minus the square root of b squared, and b is negative 2. So negative 2 squared minus 4ac. A is 2 and then b is 1. So 2, 1 all over 2a. And a is 2. So from here, I'm going to have s to be equal to, now negative will cancel negative, so this will turn positive. So we're going to have 2 plus or minus the square root of, now negative 2 squared is 4. Negative 4 times 2 is going to give us negative 8 all over 2 times 2 is 4. Now from here, I'm going to have x to be equal to 2 plus or minus, now 4 minus 8 is going to give us minus 4. So we're going to have square root of minus 4 all over 4. Now from here, let us consider square root of negative 4. So square root of negative 4 is equal to, now you can rewrite this as square root of 4 times square root of negative 1. And so square root of 4 is 2. And then square root of negative 1 gives an I, which is complex. So you're going to have 2i. And so from here, we are going to have s to be equal to 2 plus or minus 2i all over 4. Now you have 2 in common, so I'm going to factorize out 2. And so x is equal to 2 out. We are going to be left with 1 plus or minus I all over 4. And from here, 2 cancel out itself 1, and then into 4 twice. So we are going to have s to be equal to 1 plus or minus I all over 2. So from here, our answers for x are s is equal to half. We also have s is equal to 1 plus I all over 2. Then we also have s is equal to 1 minus I all over 2.